When you think of Vaisakhi, what comes to mind? Probably a lot of color, community, a harvest festival, right? And you wouldn't be wrong. But what if I told you that behind all that celebration is this incredible, almost shocking story about a test of faith, a moment that completely redefined what it means to be devoted? Today, we're going to dig into that, into the deep spiritual meaning right at the heart of Vaisakhi. So, to really get what Vaisakhi is all about, you kind of have to step into the feeling, the atmosphere of the day itself. And this line from scripture, it just nails it. It's all about that feeling of just overwhelming awe. You know, when you're so moved by something bigger than yourself that all you can do is sing about it. That feeling right there, that pure devotion, that's the stage. That's where the whole Vaisakhi story unfolds. Okay, so just try to picture this for a second. You've got this huge gathering of people, the Sangat, all coming together in this beautiful court, the Darbar. The air is just electric, right? There's this shared energy, this feeling that everyone is there for a reason. This was never just a party. It was a sacred gathering, and its purpose was about to be turned completely on its head. So you have to ask, what was really going on here? Well, this whole tradition actually started way back with the third guru, Guru Amar Das. See, the community was growing, spreading out all over the place. And he had this amazing idea. What if, for one day a year, Vaisakhi, everyone came together, no matter how far away they lived? The whole point was to bring everyone into one place, to really cement that idea that they're all one big family. And for a long, long time, that's exactly what it was, a peaceful annual get-together. But then we get to 1699. And the 10th guru, Guru Gobind Singh, steps onto the scene, and he is about to change everything. And I mean everything, in a way that nobody saw coming. It was pure, shocking drama. This timeline here just lays it out so clearly. You start with this really peaceful idea, right? A yearly gathering for the community. But then, boom, 1699 hits, and that same gathering becomes the stage for the most intense test of faith you can imagine. We're not just talking about a change of plans here. This was a complete identity shift. It was the moment a community of followers became something more, a committed order of spiritual warriors. Seriously, try to put yourself there. The crowd is just silent, stunned. The guru is standing in front of everyone with a sword in his hand, and he makes this unbelievable demand. He asks for a head, and you can just imagine the shock. But then, one person stands up, and another, and another. 5 people, one by one, step forward, ready to give up their lives. They somehow knew that this wasn't about the sword. This was a test of something way deeper, a test of the soul. So why? Why do something so extreme, so dramatic? Well, it was all to reveal something new, a new spiritual identity called the Khalsa. But before we can really get what that is, we've got to break down what the word itself actually means. Okay, this is where it gets super interesting. The word Khalsa literally means pure. Like, think of khalis doodh, pure milk, with no water added, or pure gold, right, with no other metals mixed in to cheapen it. That's the idea. It's a state of being totally 100% unadulterated. And this is the key to the whole thing. The call for a head, it was symbolic. The guru wasn't asking for a literal sacrifice. No way. He was asking for the sacrifice of something that's way, way harder to let go of, the ego. That false self inside all of us that gets in the way. So to offer your head really meant offering up all the stuff that adulterates you. It meant you were ready to symbolically chop off the head of your own ego, your attachments to worldly things, your greed. And check this out, it also meant giving up your caste, your family lineage. I mean, in 17th century India, with its rigid social hierarchy, that was a massive revolutionary statement of equality. It was like you were being reborn, completely new, into this pure state of being. But here's the thing. This new order, the Khalsa, it didn't just pop into existence in 1699. Not at all. The groundwork for it had been laid for centuries. So it wasn't so much a creation as it was a grand reveal. You know, in the original scriptures, they use a very specific word for this moment, pragatyo. And this is so important. It doesn't mean created. It means revealed or manifested. The idea is that the Khalsa wasn't some brand new thing invented in 1699. It was the perfected version of an idea that was there from the very beginning, just finally being brought out for everyone to see. And that idea, that seed of the pure one,
was actually planted 239 years before by the very first guru, Guru Nanak. And for the next 9 generations of gurus, that idea was being carefully tended to, nurtured, grown, getting it ready for the moment it would finally be ready to bloom.
I love this comparison because it just makes so much sense. We all know a baby needs 9 months inside the womb to develop before it can be born, right? Well, in the exact same way, this perfect spiritual being, the Khalsa, needed 239 years. That's 9 whole generations of gurus to be nurtured and perfected before it was finally ready to be revealed to the world.
Okay, so that's some pretty powerful history from 1699. But what does it have to do with us, right here, right now? How does Vaisakhi connect to someone living today?
Well, for an initiated Sikh, Vaisakhi is basically their spiritual birthday. I mean, you have your physical birthday, the day you came into this world, but Vaisakhi is the day you're born into the consciousness of the Khalsa. And that makes it a super important day, a day for hitting the reset button and doing some real, deep, personal reflection.
And that idea, it takes us right back to the original reason for those Vaisakhi gatherings in the first place. They were meant for something called Swai Parchol, which is just self-analysis. It was like an annual appointment with yourself, a time to get together with everyone and take a really honest look at where you are in your own spiritual life. And really, that's what Vaisakhi can be for every single one of us today. It's a chance to just pause and ask that one really powerful question. Over this past year, on my own personal journey, have I moved forward or have I actually slipped back? It's a yearly invitation to do that honest self-check, all inspired by this incredible legacy of purity and selfless sacrifice.